This is the family.
So our dog's going to join us for this because we can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
So I'm Danny and this is Class.
In class.
And we have little Lincoln who is 16 weeks old now. And we've been working with Donna in one way or another since he was 7 weeks old because she's just that awesome and she's just hung in there with us. Yeah, she's worth her weight in gold. Basically, we started with Donna when he was 7 weeks old and things were really, really bad at that point. In the weeks leading up to that, we were both severely sleep deprived and I wasn't right mentally at all. I was thinking some really irrational thoughts and not coping very well at all. And I would notice that when my mum would come and stay for a night, I'd feel a lot better the next day and I could cope a little bit better. But Lincoln's sleep was so bad that he wouldn't sleep anywhere but on one of us. So on our chest or in our arms, we couldn't get him to sleep anywhere really. When he did sleep, he would wake up screaming. He was he is a tough baby, but he's a lot better now.
Yeah.
He has reflux. He had some of the most severe colic that several people have ever seen, and they would say that to us, you know.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst babies we've ever
Worst
seen.
cases of colic we've seen.
So he was screaming a lot, refluxy, normal things just didn't work with him, and we were just at our wits' end really when we got in touch with Donna, and we'd already spent so much money trying to figure it out.
And we'd spent a lot of money on a lot of other professionals to sort of put us on the right path as well, which everyone had their 2 cents to put in at least, and but we found Donna to be the most, I guess what she practiced actually worked, and we found that it actually worked really well for our child, so for our Lincoln.
Yeah. We did all the right things that you're meant to do as new parents. We reached out to our doctor, our child health nurse, lactation consultants when we thought there was feeding issues. We did all those things and just nothing worked, and I was hating being a mum. I was wanting to go back to work when he was 14 weeks old. I thought I'm going to cut my 6-month leave in half, and I'm going to go back to work because I hated being at home with him. I was scared to be alone with him at times because I just couldn't get him to go to sleep, and that meant I wasn't sleeping, Class wasn't sleeping. Poor Class was having to deal with me being completely, crazy pretty much from sleep deprivation. I wasn't much fun to be around, was I?
No, but it was before we even had Lincoln. I thought to myself, I do shift work. I've been doing shift work for the past decade. Night shifts will be fine. I've got this in the bag. I'm all over it. But I'd never been so tired in all my life. So to even have a small break in our fatigue, like having Danny's mum come over and help us for an hour or even 2, it was an absolute blessing and a godsend. So to actually get the sleep pattern, get his room set up properly, get everything tucked out, all these sort of tactful things, it was brilliant.
Yeah, and there were things that we were doing before we met with Donna that we kind of sort of were trying to muddle through as new parents, and there were things we weren't doing. I don't want to say right, but there were things we were doing that weren't giving Lincoln the best opportunity to be able to develop some of those healthy sleep patterns that he has now. And you don't know what you don't know. They don't really talk about sleep, and I researched everything to death, and when I looked at what Donna offered compared to what some other people offer in terms of sleep support, I found her the best value for money. Yeah. But more than that, I think when we started with her and when I spoke to her the very first time, I just felt like I wasn't alone in this anymore. I felt like she was really invested. You can hear how passionate she is about helping new mums and dads and babies to sleep, and that was something we really found lacking with other health professionals, was that people kind of put him in the too hard basket and went, oh, he'll just grow out of it and eventually he'll sleep. And I was like, well, I'm not going to survive that, and that's not enough. Like, I can't wait for eventually he'll sleep, because I'm going to lose my mind, basically. And Donna was so quick to come back to us. I remember the first day she called us back, she called me kind of at the end of her day. So quickly she got back to us, and I think for the first time in 7 or 8 weeks, I actually felt like there was a bit of hope that maybe we could start to get back on track, and maybe we didn't have to live this horror shit show that we'd been living for weeks at that point. We were both pretty broken. It was pretty horrific. Not to scare anyone or anything, but no one really talks about how bad it can be. They just go, oh, well, sleep deprivation, that's just what new parents do. And sure, you're going to be tired, and there will be some nights that is a factor, but it doesn't have to be as bad as it was getting for us, I think. So it was a real godsend to find Donna, and she's really hung in there with us the whole time. She's never left us alone, which has been even more important during these weird isolation times that we've been in. She never gave up on us. She continues to never give up. She's persistent, she's encouraging, she's supportive, and she's really funny as well, which is nice when you're having a bit of a down day. Things now are so much better than when we first started. We've learnt so much, I would say, as parents.
Confident parents now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty confident.
Yeah, we went from being quite scared of him.
It was one of the saving graces, I think, with Donna, was the reliability of being able to, like, you've got a scenario where the child's just not sleeping, you're not sure what to do, so you can just call her and she'll tell you what to do and see what works. So that was brilliant. So thank you, Donna.
Yeah, it was really reassuring, and we've had some huge wins with Lincoln. He now sleeps in his own cot. We got him, that was one of the major wins, we got him off sleeping on our chest or in our arms or wherever he fell asleep, or we were so scared to move him. So we would sit there needing to go to the toilet or really starving.
And you can't do anything because the only place he'll sleep is on you.
Yeah.
And we've gone through weaning off the dummy as well, and getting her sleep. We're getting 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours a night now, which is
he's going to sleep
so good.
And he's staying asleep, and we're waking up pretty well rested, and life is, I can't even describe how different life is. It's mentally, physically, we actually get to enjoy our little boy now, and I was terrified that I'd spend my whole time on parental leave wishing it away and wanting to be gone, basically. And this has probably turned into quite a long video, but it's been quite a big journey and it's had a huge impact. It's probably the single best thing that we have done and the best investment that we've made for our family and for our little boy. Yeah, we've had so much success, and we can't thank Donna enough. Honestly, she's the main person that didn't give up on us and hung in there. And, you know, if you're anything like me and you're thinking to yourself, well, surely I should just be able to get my little boy to sleep or little girl to sleep. Maybe you have an easy baby and they sleep, and that's awesome if that's so, but we had such a tough baby that didn't fit into any of the neat little boxes of getting your baby off to sleep, and Donna was still able to work within that. So if she can help our little Lincoln, she can help anyone's baby and anyone's family get the sleep that we all desperately need as new parents. So yeah, thank you, Donna. We love you, and we've absolutely loved our time with you. If anyone's on the fence and they want to have a chat, I'm always more than happy to do that. I know it's, you know, it can be hard with money if you're on half pay or unpaid leave or anything. So if anyone has
or you've recently lost your job because of coronavirus or anything like that,
and you're wondering if it's a good investment, I'm more than happy to have a chat. you know, just to reassure people or share more about our experience.
Cool.
That's it. Okay, bye.
Thanks.